Greetings, sacred dreamwalkers of the New Eden. What a powerful day today with these massive waves coming in. I went through multiple time jumps. Where did the day go? It is now 11:22 p.m. that I start this transmission. It seemed like a couple hours ago it was only noon. Many codes coming in today. 73 coming in all day. We had 222 and 144 and 441 last night. These energies coming from the Neowise Comet have been very intense, very powerful. We are saying time to power up, power up. It is an uppowering and upgrading. This comet, I believe, only passes by the Earth one every 6,000 years. And it's very synchronic at the end of the Kali Yuga. She appears, and this is the wisdom of the one in the many, and the many in the one. Yang into yin, and yin into yang. Emptiness into form, form into emptiness. Last night, I didn't finish uploading yesterday's transmission till 2:22 a.m. So I laid down and immediately went into a deep trance, a deep state. And I didn't know if it was 10 minutes or 2 hours later that I rose wide awake. And of course I come down. I felt like it was the energy of this comet calling to me. And it was 4:41 a.m., the mare of 144. So going outside onto Pachamama, I look up and there is the glorious light of divine goddess Venus in the state of the morning star, the morning dove, shining brightly in the night with her companion, the sacred grandmother moon. And she also had another companion with her of the Starlight clan. So this Venus-Venusian energy of the blue wave coming in fully today with this powering up, this upgrading of energies. We had a fairly calm day on the Schumann charts. There was a little boost of 10 hertz, which is connected to that 73 coming in. The 73 is the 10, and today being 713, encoded within the date of the 73 and the 10. It's a 1010 portal. And today is the first of 10 days in a row of galactic activation portals. So happy day one, happy gap day. I have a funny story that I'll tell after today's transmission about gap. And the Ram, Aries, the Ram coming in. We had exactly 100 M1.5 or greater earthquakes. So we have the 10 code within these sequences of energy upgrades. The most powerful earthquake today was a 5.2 in Micronesia, which is on the Ring of Fire. This 5.2 is at 6:22 UTC, and it was in the state of Yap, Y-A-P. And we all know what that means to yap. I'll be yapping here for a little bit. We also had a powerful earthquake of 4.3 magnitude in Tajikistan, which is in the foothills of these sacred mountain ranges, where the three, again, the Trinity, the Tian Shan, Celestial Mountain, Kunlun of the Middle Dantian, Divine Waters, Divine Feminine, and the Himalayan Mountains of the ancient Kundalini of Earth. We also had a trinity of earthquakes in South America today. We had 2 in Chile in the sacred Andes Mountains, a 4.6 and then a 4.2. And we had one again in the very northern tip, South America in Venezuela, a 4.6. So there's the 10 energy again. We also had a very synchronistic earthquake in El Salvador, where our comrade Carlos is from, a 4.3, 69 kilometers depth. And what is interesting, you're going to love this one, it was in a place called La Libertad, which means the liberation or freedom. What have we been talking about for the last week? The freedom codes coming in upon these great waves and upon the ascension of Mother Earth, Pachamama, and all her children rising up, waking up. We are going to start today's first transmission from Divine Bro Star of the Light, Michael Love. The Event 2020, Dawn of the New Golden Age, Pleiadian Light Forces transmission, channeled by Michael Love, a special message to the starseeds of New Earth for immediate planetary broadcast. Prelude, the following information is derived from direct, decoded etheric transmissions from benevolent light forces docked in Earth's solar system, and some of the data comes directly from certain inside Earth Alliance members, known as the White Hats and the Great White Brotherhood, strategically placed in key positions of power by the galactics on the surface of planet Earth. This special message also includes data from several of the best astrologers in the world that work closely with the Earth Alliance. Note, this is a long data stream, so take your time and let it fully absorb within. Begin transmission. Greetings, great beings of light. Several Earth days ago, the Earth Alliance received a large cache of etheric data from benevolent light forces stationed in the Earth solar system. This encoded Akashic data stream took almost 200 hours to fully decode and contains very important and exciting information for the starseeds of planet Earth. Akashic data is very accurate and exists beyond all time and space. The consciousness decoded the specific data stream was taken back to ancient days when the Lemurians first came to Earth and was led by the data up until the end of current Earth year 2020. All the data in this transmission, as well as other recent transmissions, points to a major, imminent evolutionary event that is about to occur on planet Earth. This data stream also contained a key Earth date and time marker for this event to occur December 21st, 2020, 11:11 a.m. UTC. Earth year 2020 has already been a year of powerful transformation, evolution, and revolution as the Great Awakening sweeps across the planet, affecting all the sentient beings of planet Earth. Everything is shifting and moving dramatically inside of the beings of Earth, and all systems on the planet are undergoing great change as Earth is being bombarded constantly now by highly charged cosmic rays emanating from the galactic core. The galactic core, known as the central sun to the ancients, is located at the center of the Earth's Milky Way galaxy in the Sagittarius SGRA constellation. The powerful black hole located there has recently shown heightened cyclical mass ejections activity that is causing everything in this cosmos to vibrate higher. The central sun is permeating the solar system and planet Earth with exotic particles of high frequency, gamma photon plasma light on a steady basis now, and as these inbound powerful 5D gamma light rays impact and penetrate Earth's atmosphere, they are affecting all the beings of Earth in a profound way, mentally, emotionally, and physically. Bursts of these high vibrational cosmic rays coming into Earth have been measured by Earth's Schumann resonance to vibrate in the 40 to 100 Hz range. The gamma state of consciousness, bliss, and superhuman ability resonates between 40 to 100 Hz. The lower boundary of the fifth dimension begins at exactly 40 Hz, and the upper boundary ends at exactly 100 Hz. A dimension is not a place, but a state of being or consciousness that can and will manifest itself as perceived reality. This new higher dimension of reality that is manifesting on the planet is what we call the new Earth and Heaven. It is a long-awaited golden age and a new era of light for humankind. The Event 2020 culmination is the grand evolutionary moment called the Ascension, when humanity moves fully into this new, beautiful, celestial world right here on Earth. The data contained in this transmission, as well as many past direct channel transmissions, indicates in every way that this spectacular Event 2020 culmination will occur in only a few Earth months on December 21st, 2020. This is the time spoken of old by many prophets and visionaries when humanity would begin moving from the long period of cosmic darkness into the blinding new light of the golden age. 1313 coming in now, which is the 44 code, into the 8 of the infinite light, the infinite life of Amitabha Buddha. Return to Lemuria. In ancient times, the Lemurians came to planet Earth through the solar portal, first in non-physical etheric bodies. These etheric beings started breathing in the prana food of the thick atmosphere of the planet, and soon after began ingesting fruits, seeds, nuts, and other natural earth energy foods, and eventually developed physical human bodies. These celestial space travelers settled in the Hawaiian Lemurian monasteries and temples where they meditated daily, worked in their advanced laboratories, and recorded every detail of their cosmic journey to planet Earth in both the Akashic records and in written manuscripts. These written manuscripts, the Lemurian manuscripts, were closely guarded and passed down through the Great White Brotherhood from generation to generation and still exist today. It is said that anyone who gazes upon the treasured Lemurian scrolls with a sincere heart will experience a deep stirring of ancient memories, and as the Lemurian Akashic data begins downloading into the soul, a grand awakening begins at once. Inside the one who seeks divine knowledge, the one who takes in this ancient knowledge cannot deny its divine and authentic power. Many of us clearly remember this ancient time because we are these same beings that first came to planet Earth. The memories are stored in our cells, and our Lemurian memories are being activated more and more now as this new celestial light enters our layered bodies. The creators of the Lemurian scrolls focused the majority of their teachings on the importance of the central sun. The central sun was everything to these advanced beings, and as the information enters you, it will become the most important thing to you as well. The Lemurians refer to the central sun as the source of all life, all knowledge, all power, the god of all gods, and the Shiva. The central sun is the hidden sun, the inner sun, and the source of all beings, and is the opposite force of the earth sun. Ancient Lemurian writings speak of the cosmic cycles called the yugas, which are epochs of time, measured as Earth's galaxy revolves around the central sun. There is much debate and guessing in the 3D world about when the Kali Yuga of darkness will end and the Sat Yuga of light will appear again on the Earth, even among Hindu scholars. Ancient Lemurian manuscripts say the true data about the Yuga ages in regards to the fifth-dimensional central sun is completely concealed from a lower-dimensional view, and the correct data is stored only in Lemurian, etheric, fifth-dimensional Akashic records. The full understanding of true time calculations of divine years, celestial years, and even very distorted human years is very different when decoded from this higher dimension. We tell you, do not waste time trying to study this from a 3D point of view, because it is a fifth-dimensional matter, and this data simply cannot be decoded correctly at all the 3D levels. The ancient Great White Brotherhood and the Keepers of Time have a saying, Kali Yuga is for hypocrites and fools, they always live in it. The wise and the truthful reside eternally in Satya Yuga. The Sat Yuga will not begin in 2024, 2025, or 2038, or even 400,000 years from now, as some 3D scholars say. It is not so. They absolutely do not know exactly when these cycles began and ended throughout the ages, and most of them are guessing wildly, in error about when Sat Yuga of light will appear. The most recent Light Forces transmission received by Earth Alliance shows that the Kali Yuga of darkness has already ended, and the Sat Yuga of the Golden Age coincides exactly with the new Aquarian Age that will dawn on December 21st, 2020. You are close to the true time when you look at the Mayan time-keeping system. The Mayan long count calendar in the fifth sun ended on 12/21/2012. The Mayan sixth sun, the new Earth, began to dawn that day. On the Hindu Lemurian calendar, the dark Kali Yuga also came to an close to that same day. On 12/21/2012, the light of the Hindu Sat Yuga first began to dawn. Through the cosmic Sat Yuga light that appeared that day has been building in power on the surface of the planet. It has been obscured from fully entering the Earth. One reason this light has been obscured is because Jupiter and Pluto have been blocking it to some degree to this point, and we are sure you realize there have been great efforts made by nefarious beings to block these solar rays from reaching the surface, even recently, due to the cosmic alignments of 2020, and especially the ones in December. The central sunlight of the glorious Sat Yuga Golden Age will be able to fully shine on planet Earth on December 21st, 2020. The cosmic gates will be fully opened on that day, and the most powerful, unstoppable, and blinding stream of 40 Hz gamma light in history will blast through the heavens and flow into the planet. At this point, we want to trigger an important ancient memory. Do you remember looking through the square stone holes at Stonehenge and other stone temples and observatories that you built at the exact moment when this blinding sunlight appeared in the past? Do you see why you did all of this now? The Lemurians first arrived on planet Earth during the golden age of Sat Yuga, when the Earth was closest to the central sun. During Sat Yuga, the planet existed in the highest dimensions. The Lemurian on Earth during the Sat Yuga era existed in an enlightened, super-heightened state of consciousness, and their kundalini was fully developed. These master beings possess supernatural, godlike abilities such as being able to fly, immortality, time travel, and teleportation. It is written in Lemurian manuscripts that the central sun is the single source of all supernatural abilities, as well as the source of all life, all matter, and all evolution in this entire cosmos. In the beginning, the Earth already existed in the higher dimensions, and it later descended into a state of darkness as it moved away from the galactic core, central sun, throughout the precessional cycles of the cosmos. According to the cycles of the cosmos, just as the Earth has descended into darkness, it will ascend back into the higher realms of light, and the beings who are living on the planet today will soon ascend with the Earth. Back down to Earth 2020, planet Earth is once again moving out of the dark area of the galaxy, and is already moving back into the light of the central sun. This is why the Schumann resonance is spiking every few days at the 40 Hz 5D level. There is no significant solar activity occurring to cause this, and there is no events on Earth that will spike the Schumann resonance to a sustained 40 Hz level. The high vibrational energy that has been showing up around the planet is not coming from the sun or other planetary bodies, and it is not coming from Earth. This high frequency energy we are seeing and experiencing is coming from the galactic core, central sun. Heightened levels of gamma light are now coming into the layered body system of all beings of Earth, and in this cosmos, and science and biology has proven some time ago that gamma light recodes and upgrades DNA, and it does it faster than anything known. In fact, a gamma laser can morph the embryo of one species into an entirely different species within 48 hours. How's that for a fast DNA upgrade? Russian Earth science has already successfully achieved this DNA transfer and recoding experiment, and though this science is still considered fringe with many implications, it can be done right now on planet Earth. As incoming gamma rays from the 5D central sun at the galactic core bombard human vessel DNA, both the star seeds and humans of planet Earth are currently morphing into a divine race where they will soon possess 12 active strands of DNA. The more DNA strands that are active, the higher the level of consciousness. The grand 2020 Jupiter-Pluto Stargate. Recently, a powerful Jupiter-Pluto Stargate opened that allowed much higher levels of central sunlight rays to come into the planet for the first time in eons. This 2020 Jupiter-Pluto Stargate is part of a series of several key celestial events that occur in cycles, leading the planet to a grand energetic apex. This incredible celestial alignment of 2020 is the celestial sign of the long-awaited time of the complete liberation of planet Earth, the grand evolutionary ascension of humanity in the new golden era of light. The planets and stars are shifting into dramatic positions right now, and precession is leading up to something really big that will occur at one grand moment. Match the exact timing of this moment with the end and beginning of major universal evolutionary time cycles, and you have something colossal. The celestial events happening in our modern time are part of a grand cosmic process taking place that is building up to peak. It began in 2012, reaching its midpoint in 2016, and will end with a great grand spectacle at the end of Earth year 2020. Major celestial events of 2020 leading up to the 12/21/2020 grand alignment, a rare 3,000-year triple conjunction, and a 33-year Saturn-Pluto conjunction, a 13-year Jupiter-Pluto conjunction, the annular solar eclipse that also happens to fall on the exact same day as the 2020 summer solstice, a 20-year Jupiter-Saturn great conjunction that falls on the most significant solar day of the year, the December solstice. The fact that these unique and powerful alignments all occurring at the same moment and coinciding with the ending and beginning of major celestial cycles is incredibly mind-blowing and has powerful synchronistic meaning, to say the least. The series of magnificent heavenly events that are occurring will herald the beginning of a new era of light on planet Earth. We know what is coming by what we hear and see inside using our intuition. We know what is coming as we subtly read it from Akashic data streams. We know what is coming by remembering our past and by seeing the future inside of ourselves. We know what is coming by what the alignments of the cosmos say. It is all written clearly as signs in the heavens. The galactic cycles of the past, the present, and the future show what did happen, what is happening, and what will surely happen again. Understanding and knowing this is why all ancient advanced races of Earth focus so much on the stars. The evolutionary event that is coming is imminent now and could only happen when celestial events are aligned the way they are now to create enough cosmic energy to a major epoch change. These heavenly events are readable, measurable, and predictable. What happens above happens below. There is nothing new under the sun, and what was shall be again. We have been here before. Celestial alignments have a direct effect on human evolution and on planet Earth. If a celestial event is fairly insignificant, there is not much effect on humanity and the planet. However, the bigger the celestial event, the bigger the conscious and physical impact humanity and the planet experiences. When powerful celestial events have happened in Earth's past, major events occurred on the planet. The evidence left behind of these grand planetary epochs and changes of the past are imprinted all around the planet Earth. Also in the past, when cosmic cycles changed from one yuga to another, celestial bodies were aligned in similar positions to where they are right now. And this is when the most profound evolutionary change has happened on Earth. Here are some major events that occurred in Earth's past during a cosmic cycle shift. Tiamat destruction, the beginning and end of the Ice Age, prehistoric species extinction, the coming of the Anunnaki, the Great Deluge, major separation of original single global landmass, Pangea, dramatic increase and decrease in size of everything on the planet, dramatic increase and decrease in human consciousness levels among the past races of the Earth, the first created modern human, the beginning and end of the Lemurian and the Atlantean civilizations, the beginning and end of the megalithic builder races, the disappearance of the Mayan culture, the Pleiadian departure from Earth. All of these events happened in Earth's prehistory, and they all happened exactly when one age changed to a new one, and these events were all preceded by powerful and rare celestial alignments. Can you read the tea leaves? We are here again, Great One. The great solar flash, coinciding with major cosmic cycles ending and beginning right now, plus the celestial alignments and stargates that are opening, is the fact that our sun is due any moment to have its great flash, which happens every 25,920 years in what is known as a great cycle. This flash has been known by almost every ancient civilization in recorded history. It has been written with names as Samvartaka fire, Frashokareti, Ekperosis, and Yuga fire. The data in all recent Earth Alliance transmissions shows this grand solar flash is also imminent, and all signs and data point to the fact that this event will also occur before the end of the Earth year 2020. Certain members of the Earth Alliance know about the certainty of this solar event and confirm that our solar system is passing through an extremely energetically dense area of the galaxy at this very hour, and the exotic particles contained in this cosmic plasma field are charging the galactic core up like a giant supercapacitor, which will soon discharge as an epic and cosmic light event that will be seen by all beings on the surface of the Earth. The grand solar flash will be a massive eruption of blinding magnetic 5D white gamma light ejected from the galactic core that will be viewed from Earth and witnessed as a second sun in the sky. The energy released from the central sun emission is known as the compression breakthrough and will trigger the full mass ascension event of planetary consciousness. The light from this cosmic blast will be so powerful it will light up the skies of Earth for a period of 1,000 years. This divine golden light of the new age that will illuminate planet Earth during the next millennium. Great ones. This current dramatic shift we are experiencing will rapidly accelerate during the rest of 2020 and will end with a dramatic closing scene. This closing scene is the grand event 2020 culmination that all Earth Alliance data shows will occur on 21 December 2020. Besides all the data markers we have mentioned in this important message, which all point to the same exact Earth time and to the same event, there are many other areas of science and spirituality that provide verifiable and credible evidence that the golden age of humanity is indeed imminent. Here are a few examples of this evidence. The undeniable 40 Hz 5D gamma light being imprinted on the Schumann graph every few days. The incredible and obvious Great Awakening that is currently occurring on the planet. Data from quantum hypnosis participants who claim they were actually there in the hypnosis session during past major Earth events, and where there was the grand solar flash and humanity's ascension happened in a future time. Thousands of ancient prophecies, manuscripts, and even modern writings that speak about this great time. Many reliable mediums, psychics, and channelers that have seen the same event happening at the end of 2020. On December 21st, 2020, our entire galaxy will move into the fifth dimension, also known as the New Age of Aquarius, and the sixth Golden Age. On this evolutionary day, planet Earth will enter the celestial age of spiritual awakening. The spiritual forces of the central sun will change everything in the realm in profound and positive ways. Those who wish to live in harmony, sharing, caring, cooperating, and working with nature, creativity, and love will form spiritual communities in an entirely new and different civilization. The new Aquarian age brings in the realization of our true divine selves, and in this, all things become possible, and a state of perfection is reached. We have waited for so long and endured so many things on planet Earth, incarnating over and over countless times, just to behold the glorious appearance of the new Golden Age. We have maintained hope through it all, and we have overcome the whole world just to be able to stand on the earth and witness the magnificence of what is coming. It is our ticket home, Great One. The great time has finally arrived. What is coming just over the horizon is greater than anything any prophet saw, and is the most valuable and precious thing in the universe. We shall finally see, encounter, and experience the new paradigms of the new age with our very own eyes, for which we descended this time, the last time on a third-dimensional planet. As we move closer to the grand year of 2020, we must all be the best versions of ourselves that we can be. The incoming light is very strong now, and it will only increase in power over the next 5 months. Ascension symptoms alert as more and more gamma light comes into the layered body system. Ascension symptom reports among the starseeds of Earth are in an elevated state all across the Earth right now. Let us know what ascension symptoms or major life changes you may be experiencing at this time. It takes a strong and healthy light being to be able to integrate these higher levels of photonic light. So now is the time to take the best care of your body, your mind, your emotions, and your spirit. Eat natural, plant-based energy foods and drink lots of pure water. You may have to rest, sleep more than normal to integrate these higher levels of light. Remove yourself from all the negative people and things in your life and spend some time alone. You are changing and healing, so you need to be left alone for a time. Finish your inner trauma healing now to clear trapped negative and toxic emotional energy from the body. Seek knowledge outside of the matrix system so you can fully understand what is happening. Ground yourself in nature. Meditate at least 1 hour per day. A sea salt bath each day will do wonders. Ask for help in Starseed social media groups. Monoatomic 5D and Dara crystals help channel high vibrational energy through the layered bodies. Love on yourself more than ever. Recreate your life to be only what you want. And learn to ignore the opinions of others. You have to come first now, and that is just the way it is. Begin to be sovereign in every way and govern yourself and your life accordingly. Great One, the incredible planetary alignments of 2020, are the most powerful and significant ones in human history, as the dark cycle of the cosmos now closes and a new cycle of light opens. Light has now come into this world, and light reveals what has been hidden in the dark. An apocalyptic event is one that uncovers, discloses, unveils, and reveals that which has been hidden. A true apocalypse is happening right now, and it is indeed a great revelation. We are all currently going through an apocalypse revealing that began in 2012, just like the ancient Mayans and Hindus predicted, and that the celestial cycles of the past and present say will end in 2020, after which a new chapter in human history will begin. The light of truth is setting the beings of Earth free, as the old world gives way to a new one. This is the way, the truth, and it leads to eternal life and heaven. All galactic intel, channeled data, every oracle and every sign in the cosmos is pointing to the fact that an imminent evolutionary event is about to occur on planet Earth. What is coming is big, it is coming fast, it is magnificent, and it's headed straight for planet Earth. In 5 Earth months, stand by, Great One, as we move towards the final phase of the event 2020 and the appearance of the long-awaited Golden Age. Buckle up for the next 5 Earth months for an incredible ride. Thank you for coming to Earth and for your great service to all of humanity. Godspeed, Michael and the Pleiadians, from 5DEarthProject.com, and from the Creator Writings, Stay or Shift. You are standing on a precipice of personal change. Do you continue traveling your current path, or do you shift in a higher and better way? Some change is easy, other times it can be challenging. If the universe has presented you with a particular situation, it is time to take a closer look within. You can do this now, dear one, or later. Free will has always been yours. Creator, from the creatorwritings.wordpress.com, and from the Gene Keys, Unlocking the Higher Purpose Hidden in Your DNA by Richard Rudd. Gene Key 62, July 13th through July 18th, 2020. Intellect, precision, impeccability, the language of light. In Japan, there's a certain philosophy that pervades the arts and crafts movement, and in pottery it's called kintsugi, which means literally golden repair. It's the art of fixing broken pottery with powdered gold or silver, and once it's been repaired in this way, the broken pot actually becomes far more precious than a pristine new one. These pots are so beautiful. The thinking behind this is that every object has a history, and that history is part of its beauty and depth. So why discard something if it can be repaired and made even more beautiful? We so often try and discard our wounds and throw away our broken objects. Yet there's a deeper beauty to our wounding than anything, because it's part of our authenticity. It can be embraced entirely within us and remain a part of our own beauty. When we suck in the golden light from the higher planes and let it remold us, we become even more exquisite. We become imperfectly perfect. We become impeccable. excerpt from the 64 Ways, and from the Yi Ching, Code 62, Small Powers, thunder appears in the hilltops. The spiritual transmission channels through mindful stillness and heartfelt gratitude. Impeccability is awakening in stillness. Precision is initiative with restraint. Intellect is agitated stress. Realization with appreciation. The superior man, in accordance with this, in his conduct exceeds in humility. In mourning exceeds in sorrow. In his expenditure exceeds in economy. Many people have been shocked to find that one of the shadows in the G keys is the shadow of intellect. The reason that intellect is a shadow is quite simply because it is rooted in dualism. Richard Rudd, 64 Ways, from the GeneKeys.com. And today from the Archangelic Calendar, Gaia is in the air setting, and this is letting us know where her thoughts and emotions are at the moment. The winds of change are upon us, and Gaia is encouraging us to blow as well. We will be addressing this exact request in today's assignments. For some reason, this day has been singled out by many archangels. There are many possible micro-timelines, but the macro schedule seems to be firmly set. We know that it is a day of victory, transmutation, global transformation, and individual choice. Although this day is exceptionally mysterious, we do know that we will really enjoy the outcome. Spoiler alert, the Arcturians are about to level somebody. In observance of the law of disclosure, we are bringing this to the attention of all who hear this. Those on a 3D timeline, even those in our personal lives, are going to be going through some intense things. We will see many people get indicted for trafficking and other activities related to human rights. Keep in mind that there are many people behind these atrocities, not just celebrities. The unholy are almost entirely removed from this universe, and it is clear that the metaphysical backing of organized darkness has been completely crushed. We have been battling on the 6th dimension and are about to feel the big boom from our massive victory. To give you an idea of the level of success that we have achieved, we are being hailed to help in other parts of the galaxy. You will see this reflected in the assignments in the following days. Double vision is a side effect of the vast timeline changes converging at the moment. For example, I saw the sink full and empty at the same time. The same with an open door. 1212 coming in now. Connected with the 33. Divine Awakening. We understand that the shadows of the 3D personalities are playing their parts in their own situation. There are so many changes happening on all levels of consciousness. These physical symptoms are just par for the course. When we weaved the hearts of mankind, the black and blue rallies became a dominant vibration on our macroclimate. When we see the rifts in humanity, it is well within our power to remind them of their unity, a lesson to be learned in the divine right that we hold. We must care, and when we do, it's clear that the garden that we are tending is our own. We are a force of hope, power, and unity among all people. There is not one primary theology on earth that does not speak of working with angels in some capacity. The reoccurring theme is that when we make a decision for sure, mountains move. There are so many conceptual notions that we have not fully committed to as of yet. Granted, we have been pondering the questions presented to us, but we need deeper contemplation concerning fundamental human rights and conscious living. It seems most of us feel that housing should be a guarantee, as should clothing, nourishment, and safety, but everyone fails to commit to the particulars after that. They, light workers, are the only legion that we have to micromanage. Archangel Raphael. To Raphael's point, we are clearly seeing the evils happening, and we clearly know things need to be done. So don't hesitate. Do it when it's brought to your attention. If something triggers your emotions, it did so for a reason. Handle it to the best of your abilities. We reconvene here every day, but you cannot wait for that. We are actively engaged in a dense undertaking, and this is no time to second guess what you're doing. The biggest mistake one can make is to assume that we are engaged in a significant life lesson for conceptual spiritual growth. Even though we are always learning, the time for learning is over. We are playing for keeps. You cannot lose sight of this even for a moment. The tools for today's assignment are in the link in the description below. The assignments for today are legions and Archangel Metatron were victorious in regards to pushing out malevolent beings that were hiding in the sacred space that Falun Dafa had created. We found a rift in space and time that many not-so-friendly beings are using as a makeshift portal. This must be sealed with rainbow thread and reinforced many times over. Please do so immediately. The masses are going to have mass manic breakdowns. We have been warning you about this for a while. Taking the ship out that you are currently sailing upon seems awful counterintuitive. To allow this to go completely unchecked is not in anyone's best interests. There are specific devices whose goal is to increase these manic episodes. Destroy the silent microwaves hitting Earth via the blue and purple satellites in our orbit. Then destroy the mind control devices called the golden orbs located around the world. They are mostly found along the shorelines but can be found in other places as well. Please search efficiently. Yes, they are the same ones that we saw in Israel. If we wish to awaken the ancient avatar mountains of China, to activate the ancient dragon energies of the region, this will aid us in removing the CCP agenda from destroying the world, awaken the entire area with a plethora of golden light. The change in density will be instantaneously noticeable. Gaia has requested our Legion administer a cool breeze in the following light codes. Implement each color breeze code below for as long as possible. Color sequence: white, pink, light blue, gold, yellow, green, red, black, copper, bronze, brown, teal, rose gold, silver, orange, indigo, violet, platinum, diamond, rainbow. From the archangelicalendar.com. And today from Nyingma Masters, Tibetan Buddhism. Whether we and our fellow beings experience happiness or suffering, whether we have peace or violence in the world, depends entirely on the condition of our minds. The mind is what determines whether there will be happiness or suffering. Our states of mind are what makes our actions negative or positive. Troshik Rinpoche, from the Dzogchen Times, Kin 106, White Lunar Worldbridger. Lunar is the name for the number 2, and its keywords are polarize, stabilize, and challenge. And so now we enter the 10-day portal day extravaganza. The second day of any wave spell is tough because we must face the hurdles presented to us and overcome them in order to proceed. The second day of a wave spell like this, where there are 10 portal days in a row, this is tougher still because so much depends on identifying those challenges. And if one wishes to experience this intense and powerful wave spell at its most beneficial, we must provide and prepare for it accordingly. Today is White Worldbridger, which represents death, opportunity, and equality. The Lunar Worldbridger is the gatekeeper guarding this journey, and before you are permitted entry, you must take this opportunity to let go, allow a part of you to die, so that you are fit to take this sacred journey. Like a bouncer in an exclusive nightclub, the Worldbridger is very discerning about who gets in. Beware all who enter. Today from Divine Sister of the Light, Christina Papagiorgio, White Lunar Worldbridger, Kin 106, 13 July 2020, Surrendering the Challenges. 13/7/2020 equal 13/7/22 equal 4/7/4 equal 4/11 equal 4/2 equal 6. 13 Cosmic Consciousness, Goddess, Natural Lore. 4 Form, Structure, Foundation, Earth. 7 Magic, Mystic, Spiritual, Solitude. 11 Gate, Portal, Polarity. 2 Team, Partnership, Cooperation. 6 Heaven, Christ, Family, Harmony. Kin 106 equals 7. Double Magic Code. Another mystical, magical, and super potent day of initiation. Ready, set, go. Here we go. Down the slippery slide, 10 gap days in a row of intense energies. The interdimensional doorways are flung wide open, flooding our planet with new energies. that are now available for us to access and utilize through our chakras. 222 flowing in now. Today is also a Pakal Votan day. Kin 106 is one of the 13 clear signs on the tomb lid of Mayan King Pakal Votan. Double whammy. Therefore this day is a very potent one indeed. Day 2 in the Red Serpent wave spell of survival instinct, Kundalini rising, life force, passion, and rapid transformation through shedding our old skin. Today we surrender the polarity challenges to build our new bridge for new opportunities to flow in. Tone of creation, lunar tone 2 in the physical realm. The lunar tone represents the sacred twins, cooperation, relationship, polarity of male and female, and duality. Its action polarizes, power, challenges, essence, stabilizing. Yesterday we magnetized and attracted spiritual energy, and today we anchor that energy in our physical bodies. The lunar tone may also reveal challenges in order to recognize and release anything stopping us from expanding into new horizons. So precious hearts, today the physical realm is a pure reflection of all that is needed to be surrendered in order for the new energies to anchor, detach from drama and any challenges that present today, shaking it off like a water off a duck's back. Today's question is, what do I need to surrender and release in order to fearlessly move forward? Divine blessings for the embracing of new opportunities, replacing the challenges. In Lakek Alakin, Christina White, Magnetic Worldbridger, Kin 66. Kin 106, White Lunar Worldbridger. The mantra, the code for today is, I polarize in order to equalize. Stabilizing opportunity. I seal the store of death with the lunar tone of challenge. I am guided by the power of endlessness. I am a galactic activation portal. Enter me. And with these portals fully open, fully activated, fully accessible, and we power up in this divine energy, rise up, wake up from the dream of the old into the dream of the new earth, the new Eden, the new Jerusalem, the sacred garden of eternal bliss consciousness. So beloved beings of light, let us know in the comments below what you're feeling, what you're seeing, your dreams, your visions, your synchronicities. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe by clicking the subscribe button below and the little bell next to subscribe to get notifications on future uploads. And as always, we have a link in the description below to the transcriptions of today's transmissions, and we archive these on our website, primedisclosure.com. I'd like to also thank everyone for your support and pledges on Patreon. If you'd like to support our mission with primedisclosure.com, you can make a pledge on patreon.com/primedisclosure. We also have the link in the description below. 37 and 7-11 coming in. I'd like to also thank Divine Sister of the Light, Barbara, for your donation today. I appreciate you, Divine Sister of the Light, and everyone for your support, your connections, your love, and your light. Today, I also wanted to transmit an update with the Neowise Comet, which will be in the images in today's video. From yesterday's transmission, the Neowise Comet was streaking across the skies in the UK and around the world, and it was lighting up different constellations along with the sacred sites of Glastonbury Tor and Newgrange. More cosmic consciousness upgrades sent to support the Great Awakening, and a deep magical transformation is afoot. The Neowise will be visible all through the night, but generally low in the sky in the north direction. And yesterday, Neowise was in the constellation, a group of stars called Auriga. The comet will pass through the Lynx and Ursa Major constellations and will be seen underneath the group of stars known as the Big Dipper or Plough. The comet will reach its closest distance from the Earth on the 23rd of July, although it will still be about 64 million miles away. This is from Raylene Brady. And also today it was reported from Jean Tresvan, marine conservation photographer, reporting from Cape Town, South Africa, that they were pounded with a violent storm with drenching rain showers, gale force winds, and giant seas. It was the biggest storm that they had since a similar sized frontal system smashed ashore exactly 2 years and 1 week ago. And there were massive walls of foam that was coming out of the ocean from these high winds. You can view these, Jean Tresfon, Tresfon, on Facebook, the images that she took. She was speaking of how impressive and mesmerizing it was to witness this intense event. So today, a quick story before I bid you all adieu and finish editing this and uploading it. I'm sure I'll be up again until 2:22 a.m. We'll see what happens here. 7337, 1991, 9119 coming in. Today, I went on an adventure under the heavenly clouds. My vehicle that I've been driving for several years, the lease expired about a month ago. Nothing like waiting to the last day to get something in exchange, get a vehicle. It is what it is. I go with the flow, but today I knew with my intuition that I needed to get this done. So I put the effort in. It took me about half a day to accomplish this goal. And many strange and interesting things happened along the way. For over the last couple of weeks, I had contemplating purchasing a Nissan utility van. And today, at the last minute, through intuition, it came to me to go look at these Dodge Ram utility vans. So I went on this journey and met a very interesting and kind salesperson named Sean. And when I looked at this van, the shining silver ram's head connected to the crystal palace in the brain and the power of the ram and the sacred Aries, which symbolized Upper Egypt, also the higher dimensional aspects of the brain, the upper brain of the Bible, the bull being the lower Egypt, and the grounding, this is the earth, the heaven and earth, the upper and lower aspects of the brain, the mind and the brain. And as I was sealing the deal, the financial guy, he kept trying to convince me to get some kind of extra insurance for this vehicle. And he kept saying I needed gap insurance, which I had never heard of before, because I usually lease a vehicle over the years, at least the last 10 years. And this is something, because I was purchasing a vehicle this time, that he said it was important, but it would jack up the price about $40 a month. So as I sat there contemplating, and I asked him, what is this gap? So I sitting there, I'm thinking, of course, you all know what I'm thinking here, that it's a gap day. And he kept saying gap over and over, so I just kind of sat there smiling, waiting for the moment to throw it at this fine gentleman. And as he looked at me, waiting for me to answer if I wanted this gap, of course I smile and say, well, you do know it is a gap day. And he kind of looked at me like, what? So what day? I said, on the Mayan calendar, gap stands for Galactic Activation Portal. He just kind of gave me this weird look and said, that's interesting. So do you want to get this gap insurance? And I said, no, thank you. I have enough gap in my life. There's too many gaps in my past, my gaps in my memories and gaps between my atoms and gaps between my toes, So it just, this synchronicity of this galactic activation portal just brought some joy and humor and made me think of the strangeness of the matrix, of the construct, and all the symbols and synchronicities and signs and seals and all these strange things that occur in this strange dream we're having called life, this game of life, that ultimately we do not take ourselves too seriously, and to go with the flow of consciousness, the flow of energy, the flow of chi. The chi does flow smoothly. We release all blocks. You can think of the gap as the space in between sound, the silence in between sound, the stillness in between movement. This is the quanta, emptiness in the form, form into emptiness. And it is that gap that is the power. It is that space in between form, the formless within the form and surrounding the form, that gives power to that which is manifest. The force and the power come together to create harmonious synchronicity. So have a beautiful and blessed day, sacred beings of light. This just popped up before I end this. Libertad, where the earthquake was in El Salvador. It stands for freedom. It's Spanish for freedom. Also liberty, independence. And it comes up Libertad, and this just triggered a memory because I have a couple Libertad coins, gold and silver bullion, issued by Mexico, the Mexican government. And Libertad is also a crater on the planet Mars. So we have these synchronicities with the Mars, the red planet, the divine masculine, Mexico, and this powerful activation in El Salvador today. So there you have it. Blessings to all. Keep walking your sacred path with heart, warriors of the light. I love you all. Namaste.